guys, it's Katie with the Cincy Real Life Podcast. Thanks for tuning in today to episode 114. And we were here today with James Gaither. He is the owner of Loyalty Home Inspectors. And one really cool thing about James is that his partner, his business partner, is his little puppy, Lala. So super sweet. And I would love to have my dog as my business partner. But I have my sister, so she's pretty great too. Thank you for joining us today, James.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're happy to have you here.
I definitely appreciate being here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and then how you got started in the home inspection industry.
I started, well, it's a long story, but I actually got into real estate back in '99 as an appraiser, a real estate appraiser. So I started doing appraisals. I studied and stuff like that, apprenticeship and stuff like that, and ended up getting my license in actually 2000.
Okay.
Actually on my daughter's birthday, November 11th.
Oh, very cool. 11/11.
So, yeah, so
big day.
so I actually, was doing appraisals and stuff like that for a while, up until 2008, 2009, when the whole market shifted and threw a lot of people around, and I ended up having to be one of those companies that ended up getting out of the business at the time. But I always kept my eye on the market because I knew it was going to come back around.
Sure.
So as it was starting to come back around, I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. I know I still didn't want to be a realtor, no offense to you guys. And I didn't want to be a loan officer and stuff like that because of, at the time that I was doing appraisals, I had my kids. I was a single dad with 3 kids. So doing appraisals allowed me flexibility with their schedule.
Sure. And
then also, we were getting paid pretty much at the time of doing this appraisal.
Okay.
So at the time, so when we basically showed up at the door, we would get paid. So that allowed me to be able to take care of the kids versus, what you guys do, put all the time, effort in, and actually go to the closing table and it can still fall through.
Right.
So all that work and effort. So I couldn't do that with the kids. So a couple of friends of mine told me to do appraisals. So I just started doing appraisals and stuff like that. And like I said, once I got out, ended up getting out in '09, I thought about doing home inspections. Mm-hmm. Same concept, appraisals is looking out for the bank. Home inspection is looking out for the buyers. Mm-hmm. So I preferred to have done that versus the bank. So I just started studying and stuff like that, and here I am today doing home inspections.
Okay, yeah. Great. And then, so tell us a little bit about Loyalty Home Inspectors. So how did you guys originate? What sets you apart from other home inspection companies within the industry?
Let's see, I started actually back in 2015. I really started a home inspection company called Homestead Home Inspections. Mm-hmm. So I rebranded and everything about a year and a half ago to Loyalty Home Inspectors. And so I've been marketing as much as I can here within the last year and a half. And since that marketing, and branding that I've been doing, it allows me to sit here with you guys and, meet you and Jamie and stuff like that. But I started it about a year and a half ago and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to get out and just push it out as much as I can. So when someone is thinking about home inspection, the first thought comes to their mind is Loyalty Home Inspectors.
Sure.
Is what my goal is.
Absolutely.
So, you would just continue to see me out there and stuff like that. So that's where it all started from.
Okay. And then what areas of town do you usually service? Is there one area more so than another? Or are you all over the Cincinnati region?
I am where you guys need me.
Okay, that's a great answer.
I will be licensed for the state of Ohio. I know it's kind of a little far-fetched, but right now my cover area is from, I don't cross over into Kentucky. So I go down to the river, mm-hmm. all the way up to far as Troy, which I think is Miami County, I believe.
Okay.
And then I go all the way over far as Brown County. So I got it pretty
yeah.
covered. And then with hopefully fingers crossed, with the marketing stuff that I'm able to do, that I will be able to bring a couple guys on to literally where I want to be able to cover the whole state and stuff like that. So that's my goal.
That's a great goal.
Yeah.
So where can, explain to our viewers and our listeners the importance of getting a home inspection. So we hear a lot about it, but really, I mean, coming from the professional, what's the importance of getting a home inspection?
It is very, very, very important of getting a home inspection. It's like you would go out and buy a new car, or not even a new car, a used car. You would have that car checked. So with a home inspection, it's 10 times more important because you're moving into the house for who knows how long. If you have kids, you're bringing them in. You want to make sure the house is safe for them and yourself. So it's really, really important to have a home inspection. And I hear it a lot. So I want to be a myth buster right now. If you are buying a new build, a new construction, if you think that you don't need a home inspection for that, then you're really setting yourself up for failure. Just imagine how, as you're riding around and you see these subdivisions go up, how fast they're going up. You cannot think that they may not be cutting corners and stuff like that. So with those corners that are cut, it will come down to affect you in your pocket in the long run. So it's best to still go ahead and get a home inspection, even though it's a brand new build. So that it's very important to have.
That's
that.
good to know. Yeah. And I can't stress enough. We tell our clients the importance of getting a home inspection as well. Just because you never know what could be hiding behind the things that you
Right.
see. I mean, you
Right.
see some of the more obvious things, but there's a lot of things that we might not catch with our eye that somebody trained as yourself is
True.
that
That's
you would
true.
catch.
That is true. So yeah, it's very important. So I stress it a lot that the importance of it actually getting one. Especially like I said with new builds, those are the ones that it's a little bit. I ain't gonna say we go back and forth for them, but you really get the clients that be like, no, it's a new build. I mean, why do I need one?
Yeah.
But
Give you a little more pushback on this.
Yeah.
So explain for us the home inspection process.
So the process is that we as home inspectors, we basically go from the top of the house all the way to the foundation. If you have a really good home inspector, like myself, we actually get on the roof, we get into the attic, and then we just work our way, or at least that's my process, and I work my way down, all the way down to the foundation. I touch, test everything that's mechanical and anything like that. So it's a long process, but it's definitely worth it. Well, it's not even really a long process, I'm only able to be in there a couple hours,
Okay.
And I try my best to find as much as I can because the buyer will be there potentially for the rest of their lives, so
Right.
so that's my process, that I literally try to touch and test everything no matter what it is.
Okay. And then you kind of already touched on this just with new builds needing to get an inspection and the importance of that. But is there anything else that people might not know just about the inspection process or the importance of inspection that you'd like to share?
I'm going to share radon.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to cover radon. Radon is, and I'm gonna try my best to explain it. But radon is basically uranium that's in the ground. And over time that uranium breaks down and stuff like that, and then start emitting vapors and stuff like that, which is tasteless and odorless. So you really don't know if you really have it or not, especially for new builds, because they've been digging in the ground and stuff like that. So it will actually get trapped into the side of the house. So if you have any kids or it don't even matter. Who's ever living in the house, they will be taking in this gas over time and never really know that it's causing the effect that it's causing, which lung cancer, it's the second cause of lung cancer.
Okay.
radon
Right behind
gas,
smoking.
right behind
Yeah.
smoking, or second called, yeah, yeah. So right behind smoking.
Sure.
So I try to stress the importance of radon. It's not like don't want it to seem like I'm trying to upsell my services. But I think it's very, very important that radon should be done on potentially every house that gets sold, even if it's an older house, especially if it's an older house in an older neighborhood, because you may think that people living inside the city and stuff like that may not even need it, but we never ever test for those. So those are very, very important that they should be tested even inside the city. So it doesn't really have to be a new build or anything like that. But I really think that, or at least I would test, for radon on every transaction,
Yeah,
if possible.
absolutely. Good to know. I know when I bought my first home, I had a radon test done, that came back negative. But what was interesting is there were people in my neighborhood, like 2 or 3 houses down, that were positive because they could see their mitigation systems.
Exactly.
But really good to know, gave me a lot of peace of mind.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then also, what is one piece of advice that you'd like to give our viewers and our listeners who might be needing or wanting to get a home inspection?
My one piece of advice: if you need a home inspection, call Loyalty. No, I'm just kidding. My advice would be actually just give one. Make sure you get one, even if it's you guys are not calling me, which I don't understand why you wouldn't be calling me. But even if you guys don't call me, it's very important to get one because of this is the most, or one of the biggest transactions that you guys are really gonna make and stuff like that, and it can be really, really emotional and stressful and stuff like that. So call a home inspector to have that done so we can try to relieve some of the stress.
Okay.
So I think that's very important.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So what is, if you could share with us, maybe the strangest thing that you have ever found on a home inspection? I'm sure you've seen a lot in your day. So what's something that really stands out as just being kind of off the wall that you didn't expect?
So the strangest thing I've seen was that, I believe it was in Dayton. I went to do a home inspection, and I was actually going through my process, got on the roof and stuff like that, and was coming down to get into the attic. And as I'm going through the attic, I noticed that some insulation has been set over in the corner with a body imprint in it. So I believe somebody had broken into the house and was actually sleeping upstairs in the insulation, laying in that insulation.
Goodness.
So I can only imagine them sucking in all that fiberglass and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But just the thought of someone, so when I get into an attic, I am very careful getting into one. So I can only imagine what I look like if you was inside the attic, I'm peeking my head through, looking to make sure, so,
Make sure there's no one up there.
yeah, so that will be one of the strangest, strangest one things that I think I seen that, just it looked like someone was actually living in an attic that was vacant, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I can imagine being a buyer buying that particular property.
Right. What if you didn't get an inspection? You could have a roommate you didn't even know about.
Right. I think there was a movie like that, where someone was living up in the attic. Yeah.
So where can our viewers and our listeners find you online, and what is the best way for them to contact you?
They can find me online at www.loyaltyhomeinspectors.com.
Okay.
The best way to contact me would be either through the website or Facebook, messaging me through Facebook, or they can call directly into the office to get it all scheduled and set up. My office, my secretaries and everything would be more than happy to take a call and stuff like that at 513-726-2033.
Great.
And yeah, either way.
Okay, and as usual, guys, we'll put that information in the description below the YouTube video, and we will list that for you guys to have that info. So, is there anything that I haven't asked you that you might think would be important to know? Anything we didn't cover today?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything, but I just want to stress how important the home inspection process is. It's right up there with getting an appraisal done. You should just definitely make sure you get one, and you don't want to walk into buying a house or a property or whatever, just not knowing what's going on with that property.
Yep, couldn't agree more, because once you sign that contract and you're the owner, everything that is in that house is now yours and your issues. So better to go in knowing what to expect. So last question, what impact do you and Loyalty Home Inspectors want to have on your community going forward? What's your plan, what's your thought for 2020, and then what kind of impact do you want to have on others?
Well, my impact will be, aside from doing home inspection, I would like to start a nonprofit, a couple different nonprofits. I want to, sponsor kids programs and things like that. So whatever I'm able to generate with my revenues and stuff like that from loyalty, I'm definitely going to give back to the community, especially with the kids and stuff like that. Especially down towards in my neighborhood and things like that. So I'm just really trying to work hard to be able to, like I said, brand loyalty, and then actually be able to give back to the community and stuff like that. So hopefully that I can have a long-lasting, impact on this whole tri-state area.
Sure, yeah, that's very commendable. I really, and I know Jamie as well, we really enjoy working with people and really getting to know people who have a priority of giving back to the community. So that's really great. All right, guys, well, that's all my questions. You guys, thank you for joining us today for the Cincy Real Life Podcast and Loyalty Home Inspectors. As you will hear from us again next week for episode 115, and then look for this one to be live soon. All right.
Great.
Great. Well, thank you guys. Have a good day.